wasn't quite what I thought I'd be when I was a kid on VOIP. I thought when I get older I'd marry her, I told her. Now I'm 26 and I work in an office. 9 till 5's not the best, I'll be honest. If I could change a single thing, I'd make it me and not him. He's in your bed, I'm in your Twitch chat. I've got the key and he's just a doormat. And even though he's got social skills, that doesn't mean I can't pay the bills. Anyway, make the most of him, 'cause she moves on pretty bloody quick. Oh, oh. Your new boyfriend's an asshole. Jared, of course I bet Jared. The one who took you away from me. You hit it off instantly. I know, 'cause you won't stop telling me. I've seen his jawline, shoulders and muscles push against his fashion sense. I've thought about what he looks like nude. I'm not gay though. 'Cause she's living the dream. Oh, she's living the dream. From back when we were 17. Living the dream. Oh, she's living the dream from back when we were 17. How on earth could I be safe when I'm one click away from insane? I just think that I deserve a little bit of what I earned. I'm not gonna make another scene. The one I made when I was 23 means I'm not allowed in Disney World. He's in your bed and I'm in your Twitch chat. I've got the key and he's just a doormat. 'Cause even though he's got social skills, that doesn't mean I can't pay the bills. Anyway, make the most of him, 'cause she moves on pretty bloody quick. Oh, oh. Your new boyfriend's an asshole.
Wow, busy Tuesday for people, but hello, hello, welcome to stream. Hi, Ellen! 17, solid roll. Wait, I didn't even roll. What am I doing? 9. Okay. I did worse, so. I hope you're having a lovely Tuesday. Boy. Alright. Silence. There we go. Hello, I hope you're having a lovely Tuesday. We're gonna like get right into it today, cause there's a couple things I want to do today and tonight I'm going to see Spider-Verse for the third time. So you're playing Final Fantasy? Surprising nobody. I hope you're having a good time playing the finals and the fantasies. This evening I'm gonna go see Spider-Verse for the third time. And I'm gonna love every second of it because I haven't stopped thinking about it since I saw it the first time. Might be a little lurky because I'm doing story stuff. No problem. I appreciate you being here. Spider-Verse was so good. I really went into that movie and didn't have like, I was like, how are they gonna live up to the first one? The first one was incredible. Like, probably one of the best animated films I've ever seen in my life, if not the best animated film I've ever seen in my life. And I liked the second one even more, which I didn't think could be possible, but nothing gets me more hyped about Spider-Man than seeing a bunch of Spider-Men, and that's like all I get in Spider-Verse. So I just like the first one more, but the second one is an incomplete story, so it's fine. Yeah, like it's not a full story, so I totally get liking the first one more. I just like the scenes where we get to see how many different spider people there are. Like, that's everything to me. I know the plot was like a little, like, it was half of a plot because it's only part one, but like, I just like seeing all the different spider people. I like the feeling. Hi, Commando, welcome in. How are you doing today? I like the introduction. This is a Spider-Verse, like a minor Spider-Verse spoiler, so I apologize. It's just talking about a character that is plastered all over the internet. So, but like when we entered the first alternate Spider-Verse with Mumbattan and we met Paviter, I like truly have never felt so much joy wash over me. The last time I felt that much joy wash over me was when I saw Spider-Man, what is it, No Way Home or something, and they brought in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Like, nothing brings me more joy than seeing other Spider people. Oh my god, I love Spider-Man so much. I love Spider-Man. Holy crap. I feel like that audio that's like, it's Spider-Man from Fortnite. That's how I feel. You can't see him, I bet. No, you can't. My camera isn't far enough. I got a little Paviter, Funko, because I love him so much. He's my son. I love him so much. Here's my fit today. Little fit check for the homies. We got the pocket bean sword through the heart necklace, and this little coffin pewter necklace that Iggy bought me at the Mutter Museum. It's got a little skull and crossbones on the one side, and then the other side says poison, which I know you probably can't read because of how bright it is and how tiny it is, but I figured I'd show you anyway. I did. And then here are my earrings today. They are the Barbarian class earrings from, I think it's called Lunar Bunny Store. Oh my goodness, the little chainmail bit is tangled on this one because I shoved my headphone over it, but there we go. Yeah! It's still a little tangled. Are you poisonous? I would hope not. I feel like that's, there we go. I can see it. Oh, we're getting there. Oh, and I think I did. I just gotta, yeah, I did it. Okay, we're good. It's got this little dark red bead as like a drop of blood at the top, and then it's got this big barbarian axe. Have I ever played a barbarian? No. Do I plan on playing a barbarian eventually? Yes. I'm such a sucker for shoulders with a cute shoulder cutouts. Same! I love cold shoulders. Hi, Tiger Shark. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Miles Morales killed me in Fortnite and I couldn't even be mad about it. It's kind of like he probably earned it, right? There we go. What is happening with my earring? That was the issue. Oh my god, I felt like I was going insane. I was like, this should be an easy fix and I can't get it to fix. The little loop had gotten caught on the actual dangly bit. There we go. Anyway. I need cold shoulder clothing and I have none and I need all. I wish I could like be like, here's where I get my cold shoulder clothing, but this was probably from like Forever 21 a million years ago, and like H&M, like those are probably the places that I got cold shoulder clothing. I have a ton of cold shoulder clothing because I love cold shoulder clothing. Thank you for the alert, Commando, I appreciate it. We're gonna be playing more Beacon Pines today. I'm very excited because I feel like we're getting close to finding the correct route to lead us to the conclusion that we need. You just need to go shopping. Yippee! I wish I could go shopping with you. So now, Halation. What a funny song to play in the background. Come up to MA. I would honestly love to. I would love to. I have to wait. Yeah! I want to! Oh! God, I want to so badly. Alright. Do I have my gameplay still set up for Beacon Pines? I do! Yeah! Hehehe. I love shopping with the homies. I went thrift shopping with Melon yesterday. And I got a couple skirts for Ren Fair and some fabric to make into more skirts for Ren Fair because all I do is buy fabric to make skirts. But I also got this really nice picture frame. It's not like super interesting because it's a picture frame, but look how nice that is. I love these like aged vintage looking photo frames. They bring me so much joy. Yeah! So one day I want to have like, I want to get all of my homies to send me their favorite photos of themselves. And I want to make like a little gallery wall of all my homies because I love my friends. But it's also a good size for like postcard size prints and stuff. So I might put a print in there temporarily. Hello, Grant! Eat the rich indeed! Hello! How are you doing today? I was showing off my little thrift find. I don't think... Oh, I also got a little ring. Hold on, wait. I'm not even wearing it. Because it's the wrong type of metal, but oh well. I can't even... One more time, any rich people in chat? This is the ring I got. Look how delicate it is. It's so little and thin, and I love a nice delicate ring. It's got this like little, I don't know if you can see because of the way the light is like glaring off my finger, but it's got this little like flower, like 4-point flower shape on the front that has little gems in it. It's just so pretty and delicate. I love it. Just sat down for some food. Is it a rich person? But yeah, that's what we got going on. But yeah, we're gonna hop back into Beacon Pines. I'm very, very excited. This game is so good. This game is genuinely so good. I have enjoyed it so much. And I feel like even if you weren't here for the whole story, it's very easy to kind of pick up on what's happening in the story because we backtrack every time we start the game again, and we also see the last clip of like what happened right before we split our decision path again. So for anyone who hasn't been here or wants a little recap, this is Beacon Pines. It's a story-based mystery game. And it's a decision-based mystery game, so there are a bunch of different branching pathways based on the decisions that you make that end up in different results, and we're trying to find which pathway unlocks basically like the good ending, which the game automatically like lets you go back after like disaster has struck, and it's like, this isn't the right ending. Let's go back and find out another way that we can go. So you get to explore like all the different pathways that you can. as you play through this game, and it's really, really good, and the characters are so, so good. We've got Beck on the right there, the little cat chewing bubblegum, and we've got Rolo, our best friend. And I'm just so, so excited. Let's get back into it. Every single time we play this, though, I will, like, fully admit, I like, it's Luca. Luca is the little deer in the middle. I look at Luca, and I'm like, what is your name? Because my brain keeps wanting to call him Nico, and I know that's incorrect, and I don't know why it wants to call him Nico, but it's Luca. We play as Luca the deer. And it's really good! Alright, let's go. I'm gonna pause my music, and we're gonna launch back into this, because we're gonna get to see,
every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder, Revenge Served Cold, Second Time's a Charm? Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good?
Mm-hmm. Hi, Shattered! I hope you're doing well today! Scorpions are kind of like bendy spiders with claws. True. Wait, hold on, wait. I want to see what Cherry said. I went to a really big antique craft flea market recently. I wanted spider-based things for no reason and didn't find anything but got a scorpion ring, which is close enough. I like scorpions. I've only seen recent streams of this game's already best. It's so good, Grant. Wait, who said bacon? Beacon Pines. I want to go to more flea markets this year. I love antique fairs and flea markets and craft fairs and all the like. Oh my god, that made me so happy.
I was even starting to like Iggy.
That's right, we killed Iggy. In the last iteration of this story, we let Iggy plummet to his death because he wanted to die a hero.
No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Okay, so it's a whole thing. Yeah, we did both of the accept refuse routes. So we don't... I think this is our... We have the chill route of this, but I don't think that will change much. And then we have the hum route of fire and ice, which is like right before a pinnacle moment. I'm tempted to go back here because it's before this one, and we haven't seen what it does yet. Is this one that... Yeah, we only have one this way. There will definitely be another charm found. But I'm kind of tempted to see what chill does here. It doesn't look like it has much of a branching path, but if it doesn't have a branching path, then it should transition back into this conclusion anyway. So let's go back here and see what happens if we interrogate this man in a chill manner. Hello, Melly. I hope you're doing well today. Doing good at Grand Central, waiting for a time for the train I need to take. That sounds fun. Iggy's still alive in this go through, right? In this go through, yes, but I don't think we're on good terms with Iggy in this timeline. So sleepy, yeah. I feel that. I'm a little eepy. I'm not too tired, but it's just kind of one of those days where it's like, I'm glad I don't have work because my brain needs like a recharge day. Good cop, chill cop, let's go.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
So we have this man held captive with Beck and Rolo. I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times.
Oh no, that's so late. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you're able to maybe, like, maybe go to bed early tonight or something.
Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
This poor man. We knocked him unconscious and then tied him to this chair. Golly, I sure got my bell rung.
He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
I don't remember the voice I used for Mr. Tolliver, so this is what we're going with. Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my Grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my Gran up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your Gran moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just, all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town. An archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes.
Luca gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives? I can explain everything. Got myself a coffee and will be sleeping early after I do little Eisenbergness. Hee hee hee. Oh, always nice to treat yourself to a little coffee. So obsessed with this little deer in their cardigan. I love Luca's little sweater. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I have to text my coworker. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. There we go. His defense is kind of, but it's me. Yeah, it is. I can explain everything. Tolliver, though, like, truly is working with our grandma. Like, we know he is aligned with our grandma because we delivered, like, jam that had, like, secret messages on them, and one of them was delivered to him. And the other one who is conspiring with her is, like, the diner worker in town. And the guy we don't like runs the general store. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. This will all make sense in time. He's gonna run. He just backed away from me.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
You see, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
A past that must be brought
He
to...
punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Light! I knew it. Son of a...
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
You just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind
So it's
the
gonna
door.
end here with us getting locked in this room. Is our grandma good or bad? She has good intentions, but she's executing it incorrectly, is what we've learned. There's, like, the source, that giant hole that's in the center of town. She, like, plans to just basically throw a torch down there and, like, blow it up. if she does that, it will literally plummet the entire town into like a nuclear winter. So she's trying to destroy the source, which is a good thing, but she's doing it wrong, which is a bad thing. I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there and let the adults handle this.
They looked bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house.
Grandma, no! Don't send us into a nuclear winter. that would be so bad.
The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end.
Okay.
Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement. Back to the drawing board.
Alright, cool. I would have lost my mind if we hadn't gone down that path. I knew that there couldn't be another path that way, just based on the location of this flower, but I really wanted to see what happens if we were just chill about the interrogation. So the one that worked here was, I believe, Sly, which was Rollo's interrogation. And he told us a bunch of information that led us to this point where we see Gran trying to destroy the source with the torch. And last time we cried, but this time, I guess we'll hum.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely.
This is so pretty, what the heck?
As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note. Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo. The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees.
Is it his mom disguised as his grandmother?
Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, Buckaroo. Mom!
Luca sprinted as fast as he could towards his mother.
What?
They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were gone. You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. I don't think she got magicked into an old lady. I think she was exposed to, like, hazardous, like nuclear waste that, like, aged her. And so she just pulled herself off as a grandmother instead of, like, admitting that it was her meddling in places. I think that's what happened. Then what do we do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. Pathetic, pathetic man. We hate you. I'll never forgive you. You don't understand. He always wins. You've got no spine. You got no
Chapter
backbone.
9. The devil you know. 7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest.
We're getting a flashback!
She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus liquamen. There were dozens of them, every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
Yo. And that is what change is all about. grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar. Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret, and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. We learned this last time. They literally physically moved the whole town and built like a replica town. It was crazy. You aren't making any sense, my dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated... Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. Get it, Granny? This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I am Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable. That's not suspicious at all. So that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. Oh, are we finally growing a spine? You two-timing clown! You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
What power do they have over? That's the son, that little Doberman that just clapped is the son of the richest family in town. Mr. Valentine, who was just previously referred to as, that's his son. Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. Ah, the ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side. I feel like this is the dad. I feel like this is Valentine masquerading as his son because he also is exposed to something that, like, instead of aging him, like, reverse aged him. If that is the truth, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party. But alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter. Your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr. Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. You've done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
This is not good for PR. Founder, you are most gracious. It is! It's him! It's Valentine!
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist. A hushed horror gripped the crowd.
Ugh!
This is a story about change.
What? No! Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Here, wait. Hold on. Don't worry. There. Wait, how did this get moved? There we go. I'll put this here for now because I feel like I'm blocking his face. Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Ha! Wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard!
Ooh, new charm.
I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again.
Sorry, this is not time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr.
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward!
I hate the clipboards. Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I hate him so much. I thought he was such a nice little dog, and now he's evil. I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You're clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy? I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. To say I am disappointed would be an understatement. But I... Silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. Oh my god. Enjoy your latte, Grant. I hate this man. I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where is Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense! The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up! You're about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor, desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I'm willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty.
Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest?
Ha! You think that puffed-up blatherskite could have accomplished all this? Don, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow, you've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
I'm sure. Oh, here he goes. I mean, pretty much what I did. Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire, at your service. Founder, I just wanted to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was a patsy the whole time? A patsy?
Now that your secret's out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you?
Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most. And I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple.
I'm not afraid of you.
Ha! The young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone down a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I've won. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. And now, time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
I can't crack my knuckles. Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end.
Wow, what is the source doing that it's, like, influencing the winters? I feel like that's connected.
This is wrong, but...
It is wrong.
Things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing.
I'm pretty sure he is the key.
Let's see.
Okay, so... I think this is the path that has malice now? Yes. This looks like it might be the last path, so I'm very excited, but I'm also kind of sad because I don't want this game to end. Don't worry, the bad guys won't win. This is us confronting Mr. Nuncreed when we figured out that he was conspiring with the people who are working on the source. I'll read the first line again. Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him. There was a malice lurking behind those eyes. Hell yes.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right.
That's right, the first time we got tricked into being shoved in the phone booth and then they just, like, kidnapped us.
He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
I just want this to all be over. Of course, I'm sure it will all work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Roxy I'd check for Rollo at the treehouse.
Luca twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp.
That's right, in this timeline also Rollo's disappeared. Of course. Luca, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. Oh! It's been so long since I've controlled Luca's movement, I didn't anticipate it. Alright. I don't think there's a point in going here, but I'm just gonna check. Obviously, the main goal is to go check the treehouse for Rollo. Yeah, okay, there's no reason to be here. Rollo time. I have to remember how to get places. You. These festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it would be a thing to behold. I agree. This is all more than a little sad. It's worse than sad. It's boring. What if we did a little something to spice things up? I'm listening. You know that festival sign waiting to be unveiled? It would be a shame if someone...
The two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
What the heck? I know your secrets! I love his little walk. Me too. Identify yourself, please.
Nellie Modewell. I work here now.
I am unable to locate you on our staff roll. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early tonight to get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Thank you. Our harvest awaits.
Whoa! You could get a wrench to the noggin sneaking up on a guy like that.
Hi, Seth. Excellent. I hope you have good DBDing time. Iced latte. What type of latte did you get?
Don't scare a man while he's junkin', sonny.
Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of late to be junkin'?
I might as well ask the same thing of you.
Find anything good?
Bah! Ever since Perennial Harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. You can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. With this bunch, it's all shredded paper and coffee cups.
Well, I'd better get going.
I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing.
See what?
Exactly.
Do I get to talk to this tiny kid? No. Oh. Oh wait, this just tells me that Old Pickler's Pond is this way. It's been a while. Hey Jetson! Have you seen Rollo come this way by chance? Afraid not. Is exclusive, as elusive as a fish in this here pond. Let's see if I've got any more, fishing lures. Well, I got crooked.
Luca tied a bent nail onto the line. If all you have is a hammer...
Let's fish with my dad. Woohoo! A picture. It's a photo of you and Uncle Joseph. Let me see that. Oh, look at these two. Look at those two young fools. How did it end up at the bottom of the pond? Who could say? Some things are just hard to explain. I miss Uncle Joseph. How come he doesn't come fishing with us anymore? He's busy with his new job at Valentine's. What's a new job got to do with him fishing with us? It's complicated. Like I said, some things are hard to explain. Alright. Thanks, Pops. I'm still missing at least one thing from fishing. I will be so sad if I don't find it. Rollo?
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rollo! Rollo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay.
Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag.
Hell
He conceded
yeah.
to its lumpy
Chillin'.
embrace. Once again,
Rollo.
Luca found himself in a vast black expanse.
Oops. That was my bad.
This time, he knew exactly where to go.
I accidentally hit B.
He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire, the source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Lucas stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket. a keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him.
The music in this game is so good.
You made me proud, Buckaroo. Luca turned to face him. Dad, what is this place? A warm grin grew across his father's face. A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together. Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward. That's up to you. Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real? Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me. Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. And you? The doppelganger choked back tears. I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone. Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luca laughed. I think so. His father pulled him in for an embrace. Time to go, Buckaroo. Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Are you in there?
A commanding voice rumbled from below.
I don't know who it is, so I just default to my voice.
Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open. Chapter 5. Dangers big and small. Luca stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Is that Roxy? Stop right there.
We're all...
Is this Rolo, but he's been exposed to something that aged him? Oh! Sheesh, I know it's dark and all, but I figure you'd recognize me. Who are you?
The large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
Stop now, or I'll clobber you with a baseball bat. Whoa, 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 take it easy. Luca, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rolo. It is! Ah! Oh my god, he's a teenager now. Nice try, but I know you aren't Rolo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Uncle? Luca, quit messing around. It's me. If it really is you, prove it. Flamin' chicken coop, Luca.
Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him.
I will hydrate. Thank you, Maz. Also, hi.
Something about him was undeniably Rolo, only bigger, older, changed.
How? What happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away. What? Where did they take you? Dunno. They threw a bag over my head. It was cold and smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big. Look!
Rolo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower, but beggars can't be choosers. Rolo, it wasn't just your hands. Hi, Maz. I hope you're doing well today. My feet, too? Dang, Pa just made me get new shoes. Oh,
just made me new shoes. Wait, Luca, why are you so small?
Why are you so small? Why are you so tiny? Why are you so little?
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
What the?
His hands shot up to his face.
Holy Toledo!
Rollo, what did they do to you?
They made me drink some sort of green crud.
Ew.
Actually, it wasn't too bad. It kind of tasted like licorice. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sort of smashed open my cage and escaped.
Whoa, you smashed open a cage?
Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur.
They had you in a cage? Who are these people?
Yeah, literally.
He's like, you know, not my #1 pick, but I'll take it. I don't know who did this to you, but we're gonna fix it.
Fix it? This is awesome!
Well, I'm just glad you're safe now.
Luca, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched. I know where snatched people go. We may finally have a lead on what happened to your family.
In this timeline, we don't know that Grandma is my mom. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous.
Danger? Ha!
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I'll take them all on!
Back! I'm back with their little blue topped up hair. Hey fellas, what's up?
With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
Ah!
Did I come at a bad time?
Who the heck are you?
This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. I don't know where else to go. So you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend?
I love Beck.
No, this is my buddy Rollo. This is your missing friend? One and the same. He seems a little old.
I'll have you know this is a recent development.
What the heck does that mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here?
That's fair. How did you find us? Your silly little treehouse?
I think you mean our silly little mission control?
I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. And I could hear your racket from a mile away.
See, Luca, this is why we need to improve security around here.
It literally, they give me the biggest Plu vibes. When I started playing this game, I was like, Plu, there's a cat in this game that reminds me of you. And then Beck appeared, and Plu is obsessed with Beck. Not now, Rollo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened? Yeah, but...
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
Anything you can say around me, you can say around Rollo. This has been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yep.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try to salvage my hair. So I dyed it with some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me. Okay. Just need to play it cool. I would love to cosplay this group of characters. It would be so cute. Bag, you're so old. Rollo. Oh, this just happened. I just need to play it cool. And hope no one notices. Notices what? Oh, nothing. I was just... Come over here and let me have a look. Beck has two moms. Beck has two moms. This is one of Beck's two moms. The other mom was the one we saw go into Perennial Harvest earlier. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? I just kind of felt like a change. This is going to take forever to grow out. You were the one who said that change was a good thing, right? Oh, I like her, gay, homosexual, gay! I love Beck's mom. Hey, Beck, how old's your mom? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Her name's Ilona. Ah! I love her. Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. Tonight? Her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep. Beck! He is! Him and his weird cult of personality. You are not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough to exile her daughter to this podunk town. This place sucks. It is that way, actually. The people are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. I can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. You know, I grew up in a town not that different from this one. Is that why you're better at talking to plants than people? Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. You'll need to look presentable for the festival. But not another peep.
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey. But that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. She does! Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more,
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, Bob.
Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded?
No. I'm sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look.
Great, can we get back to the story now?
He says as if he's not the one who interrupted the story. This next part is the important bit. I have this radio I upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr? Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies. I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on our new lead researcher of deep engineering? Nellie Modeville seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor?
Her work must be complete before the festival. I will make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. Once she's finished the work, we need to make a determination regarding her. Long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir? I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the endgame, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, she will either leave the office completely committed to Perennial Harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay just for a bit. Oh? It's just, we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline. And rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You are only a few days away from having everything you ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa. Yeah. Just so we're clear, when they say loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like, actually killing someone? Capital murder?
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know.
Nah, as far as we know, Kerr is the top banana at Perennial Harvest.
He sounded scared of this founder guy.
So we have an even topper banana on the field.
What the hell is my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was gonna come in and continue the work of someone she respected.
Luca, do you think that body at the warehouse was...
The person Beck's mom came to replace? That would make sense.
Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessor got, loose-ended. Yeah, Top Banana is really... I really had to hold in a laugh there.
I'm getting that impression. Blue! You are missing back time! Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, but yay! Thank you for the resub! 25 months, thank you! Mwah! I hope being a cog isn't too bad today. You missed Beck entering the space of being like, so you're just hanging out with your large adult friend? I'm getting that impression. Okay, so we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens.
That's 2 days away. Won't she just come home after work?
The creep on the radio said they were gonna hold her there until then. So if she's not coming out, we gotta go in and get her.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Lovely. I'm glad you had a nice little treat. Maybe this will help.
You have blueprints?
Well, it's really just a welcome map for my mom's PH orientation day. But it shows the layout.
Sure looks like blueprints to me. Look, here's the reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. It even has the exits marked. Guys. We have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realize what this is, right?
Rollo started to wiggle with excitement.
I think we're heisting. This is officially a heist.
Chapter 6.
I love a good heist!
The heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse.
Melly said, cosplay group potential.
They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in one day, and they each had their assignments.
Alright, quick recap. Rollo, you're gonna talk to Roxy. Cordially. Without her in fits, this whole thing can go bust. Me? Cordial is my middle name. Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your new...
He waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
circumstance? Bah, she'll be so happy I'm alive she won't even notice.
Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Alona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. Once she understands the danger Nelly is in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. Okay. That leaves me with Jeff, then Iggy. How are you gonna persuade them? I'll think of something.
They each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
We get to see Iggy again. Well, Godspeed. I didn't get anything from those interactions, right? I'm just gonna check. I got a charm, but I can't remember what charm I got. Okay, no. We're good. Oops. How do I back out of this?
Luca tied a biff.
Yeah, and then I leave because I didn't actually mean to put bait on my thing. Child? I can't interact with a child. I can look cool though. Rollo looks strong now. I'm in danger. Can I talk to this clipboard? No, I can't. Jeff, where the heck are ya? You might be at the diner. Can I talk to this person who's always reading? Undaunted, he shook his head. Over. No. Endings are merely a state of mind. This doesn't end until I give up. Wow. I admire the conviction. But can he really pull through? Is Jeff here? Can I talk to Dawn?
You ever wonder why an agricultural company employs an army of survey takers?
The clipboards? They say they're just trying to make us happy.
Do they want to make us happy? Or just figure out what makes us happy? An important distinction.
I love Dawn. I guess Mrs. Fratelli is getting ready for the festival. Where is Jeff? Gonna be over here? There he is. Hey Jeff, they are a little bad.
What can I do ya for?
Well, I know how much you hate Perennial Harvest.
Hey It's a strong word.
Oh, sorry, I mean...
I didn't say it was the wrong word.
Gotcha. So we're gonna break into their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
You see, I knew you kids were all right.
Great, so you'll help?
The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance.
But
Give me one good reason I should risk my hide aiding and abetting you rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
I feel like junk... Look at all the options I have! I feel like junk is Jeff's whole thing. Why is this twisted on my head? There we go. Thank you. Junk!
Yeah, what of it? Sonny, I've got more junk than a king-ass copper. Ain't interested.
Luca wasn't ready to give up so easily. He shouted out again.
Crooked, I think? Crooked!
Ah, they're all crooks. Like cockroaches. Stamp one out and another one comes scurrying along to take its place.
I won't give up on you. Fight!
I've done enough fighting for one lifetime, and more than my share of losing. Time's come to hang up the gloves.
Hide.
Jeff's brow perked up.
What'd you say?
Go ahead and hide then.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you will about old Jeff, and they all do. But you'll never hear him say I hide from nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed?
Some sort of disguise.
I've got just the thing.
And while we're at it, that crate could come in handy.
This ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gum should cover it.
Put it on my tab.
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal.
This is a grown man making this deal with a middle schooler.
With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Swing by first thing in the morning.
Time to find Iggy and Tish. Usually they're hanging... Are they in here? No. Oh, there they are.
Hey, Tush. Hey, Tish, look who it is. Luca, are you here to try to tickle us to death again?
Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening.
Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of shit. Why do I have a choice between these two? Oh, God, I want to say shit so bad. Malice to each other.
Malice? Wow, Tish. Smart guy here with his smart guy words thinks he's impressing us. Scram! We ain't interested.
Oh my God.
Luca knew they'd need Iggy and He tried again.
Giant bags of shit was the right answer. Shit to each other.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong. But lately, life has been kinda... strange. Strange, you know?
Iggy considered the point.
Things have been weird around here. So, I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we... break our hostilities, at least for now? We do like breaking things. Even if a truce means less breaking things. What if I told you there was a way to have a truce and break stuff? Go on. I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luca Van Horn, I'm impressed. And after all this is all done, maybe you and Tish can come hang out at the treehouse sometime.
Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. But not because we want to see your crappy treehouse. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luca was off.
Did you hear that, Tish?
Iggy gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang out at the treehouse.
A single tear ran down Tish's cheek.
I never expected this day to come. How wonderful.
Aww.
Chapter 7.
A glimmer of the nice Iggy that lays below.
Into the hive. A good heist requires preparation, and thorough preparation takes time, something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. "We're locked and loaded on my end." And Rollo,
Yeah.
after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help.
My thing with Iggy is like he's a kid and he's a jerk. I don't have a huge sympathy for bullies because like in the other timeline when we were being nice to him and talking to him and stuff, he was like, I just want like real friends and stuff like that. And it's like, well, dude, you'd have real friends if you were just not like a giant jerk to literally everyone you interacted with. You know what I mean? But I mean, if there was no role models in his life teaching him how to interact with other kids, I can understand.
He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence.
Oh my god, they're disguising him as a clipboard.
Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
He's just wearing a mustache and a like mechanic belt.
Just stay calm, Rollo. You can do this. Got your delivery here.
Delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning.
Right.
He had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept secret.
Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be.
I suppose we can leave this one off the records.
Our harvest awaits and such.
With a stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
Our harvest awaits.
Package here for the founder.
Oh, I didn't hear anything about...
Yeah, this is a need-to-know kind of thing.
I'll just check.
He stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in.
Oh, I see. If you could just complete this form.
Rollo interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms! Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral.
I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again?
Rollo panicked.
A harvest awaits!
Sir? That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir.
Our harvest awaits!
Ready to light this candle, Tish?
Yeah, they all do. Yep.
Suck on this, perennial ham fist! What was that?
The distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I've got a job to do.
The clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise.
Oh, come on! Just buzz me in already!
Okay, okay.
Ha ha ha!
Whew. That was close.
Our harvest awaits.
Hey, I figure when in doubt, stick with the classics.
Well, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. Alright, everyone knows what to do? Yep, deep engineering is to the north.
I'll go with Beck. In case she needs some muscle.
I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. I like how Rollo literally just met Beck and is already like, I'm with Beck. Man, not what I wanted to do. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Okay. Deep engineering wing. Beck and Rollo have that covered. Okay, I just wanted to see if there was anything else I could interact with. That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. Can I push it? Oh, okay. This place is a maze. A hallway to nowhere. What's going on here? Is this some sort of mind game? Is it a puzzle? This whole place just feels fake. But of all things, a fake plant? I see. Solomon?
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luca? What are you doing here? It's a long story. Yeah, they were called the clipboards. That's a pass on a death save. We take those. We do take those. Are you okay?
A veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I'm most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and... Were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up, but when they were distracted, I ran. Dang, okay, you should stick with me. We've got a plan.
Solomon's facade
No, I
briefly
know
faltered.
who that is! We? Yeah, Rollo and Beck are headed to Deep Engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. We can't leave just yet. But they'll catch us again. I've got to do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not. I just need to get into that office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just down this way.
Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is. So it is. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly fortunate.
Luca tried the handle. Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electronic lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like that.
Luca smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Let's go, Ilona! Howdy. Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rollo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel.
Great timing. We're stuck at a locked door marked 24601.
24601? Jean Valjean's in there! Let him out! My name is Jean Valjean. Did they think they would sneak that past me? Did they think they could get a Les Mis reference in there and not expect me to notice? I stole a loaf of bread. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friends, Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
They didn't count on me being a theater girly. Surely you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
What a stupid password. How? How did you just guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rollo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the Founder uses such a basic password. Or they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
It's so funny knowing he's the Founder and knowing that we're just shit-talking the Founder to his own face. Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your luck.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rollo, I think this should do it.
Bingo bango, door's open. Luca, you never fail to impress.
What is that slippery lout even doing down here? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see.
Okay, Luca, I think we're close. The next door is marked 13806.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opens the lock.
Crap, we've got company. Luca, must go faster.
One sec, I can't think with all this noise.
He quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is, 13806. Go, go, go! Curse these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca. Don't beat yourself up. I know you were just trying to help. Run!
Oh man, no water cups.
Rollo! Rollo! Sorry, I forgot Beck's voice for a second. Rollo, are you okay? Rollo, come in!
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms, they're tracked.
With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rollo, where are you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office.
Okay, you two rabble-rousers are coming with us. No! Ah! Make a break for it! Did that little shit just kick me? Don't just stand there after them! Let's fucking go, Roxy.
Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase.
I am having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rollo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them?
How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nellie's office now.
Bob!
Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair?
I thought you'd be happy. I finally used the Young Chemist Lab Kit.
You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways.
We need to get you out of here.
We? Who is your adult friend?
Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I had more of a growth spew.
No, that's not possible.
Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars, consistent with Tempest liquamine exposure.
Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink?
You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know.
Bob, what the hell is going on at this place?
I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they call the Source. They named it Tempest liquamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of Tempest liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time. But it led to complications.
The foul harvest.
Perennial harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But Tempest liquamine is rebellious.
Rebellious?
You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature.
So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing,
the more it resists, yes.
I could relate to that.
My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott. Harnessing Tempest liquamine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival.
But you did it, right?
Nellie sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes.
Oddities?
They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them and
now I get to replace my entire wardrobe.
I really am truly sorry.
Meh, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway.
It sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility. I sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Bob, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio.
That's why we've got to get you out of here. Like now.
Wait! The vial! I finally solved the chemical equation, allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it.
Luca, we've got Dr. Modewell heading your way now.
Roger that. Be careful. Alright, everything's on track. And what is your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even his alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I should just smother you right now. What's that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly. You're no bother at all.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system, time card logs, payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing. Hey. Give me the bubble. Hello? Okay. It looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. I know, same. Why would such a secretive leader be so obsessed with a party? Only time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been in here recently. Luca! He was literally... Solomon was literally walking out of it when you walked up. Critical thinking, my child. Fucked up that he was throwing darts at his son's portrait on the wall. That is fucked up for real. Alright, time to talk to Solomon. I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it!
Locked.
That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards.
We barely got away. Becca's so little. I love them. Did they follow you?
Rollo. Before we start tossing blame around, is it possible someone ordered a pizza?
We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now?
Don't look at me, I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Just let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Everyone else, huddle up. Oops! I think this little caper has gone on long enough. I love Rollo. Solomon, no! Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Miss Dr. Modewell, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child. The powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial harvest, Valentine fertilizer. All connected by a single thread. Yours truly.
But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Ha! Yes, now you've got it.
Tempest Liquimine, you discovered how to reverse the process.
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Modewell, very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes.
That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work.
Which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
My God. May I present to you the 8th wonder of
Before he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Yes, Rollo! Whoa, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool! You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Oh my god, I love when people call evil villains out on monologuing their plans. Gosh, maybe I'll have a taste.
Luca jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him!
Luca! Over here!
Move another inch and I smash it!
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear! Fine. Risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
I don't like how close Beck's mom is standing close to the clipboards. But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there's only one way this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it! We can't trust that jerk!
I'm sorry. He's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile.
Yes, sir. And to think all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? Ha! I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be a part of something great. But the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Oh. Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three keep post outside the door. I don't understand how they clone the clipboards. Bump. Well, crap.
I can't believe Beck sold us out like that.
I'm not sure she had any other choice.
So what now? What's the plan?
I don't have one.
Of course you do. You always have a plan.
Rolo,
You just need some time.
Rolo, it's over. We lost.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca. Give me a minute to calm my mind. Hey. I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just, we were so close. I've got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. Time wounds all heals. Oh, time wounds all heals. That's fucking funny. I love that. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find means of escape, but I found something else. A note, hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short. So he left behind a letter, with the hope that it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents... Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it have to say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
Did she... Is she... She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't always mean it's always right. He realized no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull. Chapter 8. Comeuppance.
Comeuppance.
Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
It is a real word. He'll get his comeuppance. It's like what's coming to you, essentially. Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo.
Hey, Mrs. Lucas Gran. That's awful nice of you. But I'm fine.
Oh no, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. I love that Roxy and her friend helped us. Implying that Rollo was actually fully able to just be like, I just look like this now. And they were like, yeah, we're fine with that. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Oh, goodness. Excuse me. Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No!
Well, I guess that's it. We lost.
Did Beck switch the vials? I wouldn't be so sure about that. Beck!
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little... junk change or malice. Oh my god. I wanna say change. Oh my goodness, excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning so much.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Like pocket change?
Your unlucky penny! Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. What's that gonna do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Holy crap! He's a baby?
Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we...
We do what Valentines always do. What must be done? I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for Father, young Sharper.
That would be a great help, thank you.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
I would Prince of Egypt that baby so fast down a river, I'm just saying. Okay, everyone, the show is over. Yeah, very strange. You may leave now.
Epilogue. Beacon Pine's coldest summer on record came and went without
Is that
much
it?
fanfare.
We turned him into a baby?
Folks shared what they had and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn.
We didn't even learn that Gran is our mom.
His mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Yo, the little... Ugh. I like the Pines shirt. Rollo, are you up yet?
Roger that. It's a beautiful day at Mission Control. You gonna swing by?
Be there in a minute. Is Rollo still an adult?
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage. Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
Wait, but we didn't reveal that she was Eleanor in this playthrough. Okay. I'm sure that I guess she must have revealed it. There she is. Mom, I'm ready to go now. You go on without me, I'll meet you there. I've got a batch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now I enjoy it. I'm so surprised there wasn't like a hidden room down here. I'll be so real. We chillin'. I just love the way it slides off of it. I was anticipating a secret. Oh, it's spring. It's so pretty. Did they move his grave back to the proper spot? I hear you and Rollo have big plans for that little tree house. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity 1 Rollo, 1 Luca rule. So we decided to expand. But at least we've got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie and Alona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up at State. Also, Nellie said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rollo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. Rollo's just permanently an adult. I don't mean grown literally. This morning, he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. And don't tell him this, because it'll go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell ya. I know. Look at these trees. Hey. Hey Gus, how's the tree planting going?
Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Lona and Nellie for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy.
Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
When Perennial Harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Just no explanation for why there was a whole army of identically like-minded red pandas.
Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices.
You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling.
I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now this right here, this is something I can be proud of.
Ah, can I talk to this big guy now? Yeah. How's the napping this morning?
The most underrated part of a good nap is the view. And the view's getting greater every day.
Nice. I don't know his voice. I see you decided on a name. Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. Slow and Dirty? That's what we went with? Slow and Dirty? I like it. It was actually Nellie's idea.
There's still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is, go slow and fix things.
Amen to that. Slow and Dirty Harvest. Alright, queens. Wait, I want to see the rest of the town before I go to the treehouse. Oh, I better not dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse. Never mind. Screw the rest of the town. On to the treehouse. Luca, get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Yeah, an honest to goodness, flip-flopping, swamming fish. I don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I've caught one. I'd say it's a good omen. What do you do with the fish? Oh, I released it back into the pond. I'm hoping to catch it again tomorrow. I don't think I've acquired any new charms, but I'll look just in case. Just in case? Yeah, I have it. I didn't get all the fishing stuff. No! I'm gonna
Luca gently
be
at
upset
first.
about this forever. A little higher.
Yup.
A little lower. Yep. Little higher.
Yup. I'm telling ya, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are! Would you tell him it's not the angle?
Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fimsh. Fimsh.
Fine, fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back.
I'm also happy for Sharper's son.
Who, me?
Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yep. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine.
If we really want mission control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit.
Ah, you're right. Lead the way.
Check in with Beck at her house. Happily. Iggy. Swish, 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 splash, swish, splash. Oh my god. Young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Solomon or Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Modewell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, this child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That is the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out however we can. I can't wait to teach him to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. That's her freaking dad, dog. That's kind of weird. Luca, do you want a biscotti? On the house. I don't really have time. Zariel, you've gotta come and see this. I finally did it. I pulled the perfect espresso. Aw, Lumi. If I didn't know better, I would think you're proud of something. As if I know. It's too late. You're now officially a person that cares. Lovely. Love to see the townsfolk thriving. Yeah, he named her Eris. What's today's news that needs knowing? I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend Patrick C. Montesquieu, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of The Iceman Cometh at the State Correctional Facility. I hear there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. Hello, Dawn.
I'm glad you swung by.
More follow-up questions for your story?
Nope, I got everything I need. Thanks again for that. I sent a draft of the story to a reporter in Capital City, and they offered me an internship.
Of course they did. You're an amazing reporter.
I don't know about all that. A story about a phony corporation that picked up an entire town of people and moved them to cover up a massive illegal mine shaft full of incredibly hazardous chemicals? Sort of writes itself if you think about it.
Just don't forget about us when you become a fancy big city reporter. We love Dawn. I know, I also want a biscotti.
Capital City isn't that far away. I'm gonna have to come back from time to time to check in and see what sort of new trouble you've gotten yourself into.
Sorry to disappoint, but my adventuring days are over.
Huh! We both know that's not true.
What makes you say that?
Call it a reporter's intuition.
Love her. Go back to sleep, my angel.
Mrs. Fratelli glowed with a carefree smile.
Is that your suitcase? That is 2 weeks of unencumbered tranquility. Excuse me? Would you be so kind as to take my order? 2 weeks of sand, margaritas, and forgotten obligations. Excuse me. I'd love to place an order.
Mrs. Fratelli sighed with a zen-like calm.
Just as soon as the lunch rush ends. I'll be a feather on the wind. You're going on vacation? For the first time in years. And I've got you and your mom to thank. Why's that? She didn't tell you yet? You two are gonna fill in for me at the diner while I'm gone. Just like old times. It's fine. I'll wait. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will
Luca
wait.
squinted at the faded photo of him and his mom at the diner. Memories of that day came flooding back.
Oh, I don't want to play the cooking minigame. Oh my god. I'll come back to this later. I don't want to play the cooking minigame right now. I forgot that that was a cooking minigame. I can exit. They let me bail. Well, back for seconds? If it's not too much trouble. For the longest time, I didn't understand the appeal of ice cream. It serves no purpose, other than to be briefly enjoyed and then it's gone. But it's pretty tasty while it lasts. I'm inclined to agree.
Hey, Luca, can you tell Roxy I'll be free in an hour?
Sure thing.
My dad's making me stock the shelves for the summer. He said it builds character? I think he meant to say it builds calluses.
Builds character.
Yeah, it builds something alright.
Luca, can I interest you in a delicious apple pie?
He playfully waggled an apple.
No thanks, just saying hello. Well, hello then. Mind telling your mom we need a new crate of jam? Already? It's funny, I used to hide this stuff in the back. Terrified someone would find out about our secret messages. Now everyone wants to get their hands on Eleanor Van Horn's famous spy jam. Oh. Give it a few good melon punches. I gotta go. That's okay. Thank you so much for joining us, Grant. Have a great rest of your day. Just
Over
tying
the
up all our
school
loose
year,
ends.
Kato and Bert had become close friends.
But did you know that? When they covered up the source, they found a new species of fungus? Yep, and they're studying it in the new labs. Did you know that? Beacon Pines is now the smallest town in the county? Yep, close to the population before Perennial Harvest moved in.
It typically went on like this for quite some time.
Are you gonna spoil the Hank Atomic comic for me? I can't believe it's over. Yeah, the town's really starting to turn a new leaf. The town? I was talking about Hank Atomic. I just finished the latest issue. The last issue. How was it? It's great as always. Hank finally returned to Earth. But I just feel weird now. Weird can be cool. It just means you're ready for something new. Any suggestions? You could ask Miss Hatch about what she's always reading. She seems to really enjoy it. Huh. Maybe I'll do that. Is this Miss Hatch? Is this Piper?
Luca peeked over Piper's shoulder. Laid stealthily inside a large volume of mathematics was the first issue of Hank Atomic.
Piper, are you reading Hank Atomic? Did you know we have the idiom an apple a day keeps the doctor away? I don't know that. Do you mind not telling anyone? I've kind of got a reputation to uphold. Oh, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Just about every kid in town reads Hank Atomic. Honestly, I'm excited for you. What I'd give to start over fresh. To experience it again for the first time. I guess that's the downside of finishing something nice. At least now I can enjoy it again through you. Promise to tell me about it as you go. This is me with any friend who ever gets into anything I'm interested in. Sure thing. Rolo, thanks for letting me just drag you around the town, bud. Get your steps in. You. Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt in my own time. You run along now. Get all these frickin' bunnies.
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
In our bodies, which slow aging, so if you eat apples, it implies you'll be less likely to need a doctor because you'll age slowly. Really? I didn't know that. With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused. Okay.
Come on, come on. No one is too big, no one is too small. For Jeff's wild ride.
Well, maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy. For the ride of your life. Who's next? Me.
It's funny.
Guess what? Yesterday, I saw a Dynastasis Titus.
And that's good?
It's great! I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is gonna become the bug capital of the county.
I love that everything is like returning to harmony. Hi, Beck.
I have news I think you'll enjoy.
She did.
This morning, I unpacked my last box.
You're officially moved in!
It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion.
It sounds an awful lot like putting down roots.
I guess I decided this place is root-worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me for the foreseeable future.
I do have to warn you, most years aren't gonna be as interesting as this one.
I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. My moms prepared this tree especially for you.
They didn't have to do that.
It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of old Beacon Pines. And thrive as things warm up.
That's perfect. When you're ready, take Jeff's wild ride to Old Beacon Pines. When you're ready? Is there any reason to go up here? I'm curious. There's nothing I can do over here. Oh. I forgot. This is where we got pushed in a puddle. Okay. Nothing to do up here. I think I've talked to everybody.
You got it.
Beck! Love Beck.
Being a special occasion and whatnot,
Sorry, I wasn't voicing him.
the ride's on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree.
His voice kills my throat.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I'd begun to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Done. A good little tree. The best little tree.
Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything.
Shucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should probably give you some time alone now. You good?
Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling?
Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always says the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello.
Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you.
I know, you don't even have to say it.
You two make an awesome pair.
Excuse me? We're a trio now.
Yep. Thanks.
There's just one thing missing now that you're a part of our group.
Missing?
Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic.
Oh god. I won't be long.
We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer.
You've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're going to forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more. Because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you to a moment. Hey, Dad. Dr. Modwell says that over the next few years, this place should warm up. So you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. That was such a good game. Holy crap! Oh, also this song. What a good game! Oh my god! Holy crap. I know it feels like some things were glazed over at the ending, but that's because they were explained in like alternate routes. So like, revealing that Grant was his mom, obviously we found that out in a route that we played through today. A bunch of the other like backstory about his dad and stuff was explained in some other routes, so I guess they just glaze over that part to spare you the re-explaining of it, which makes sense. My god, what a good game. I really, really enjoyed this game. It gives me the same kind of comforting feeling as Night in the Woods, and like genuinely some of the like plot twists that were revealed throughout it were so good. Like I didn't see some of them coming. Like we didn't learn that this was a whole like a thing that affected like aging and stuff like that until like today. So that's really, really incredible that they're able to keep so much of this like the mystery concealed, so that it really does feel like you're piecing it together bit by bit. Oh my goodness, this was such a lovely game. I hope you enjoyed it. For all of those who stayed and watched it, if you missed the rest of the gameplay, I highly encourage you to go back in the VODs. I have the VODs all on my VOD channel on YouTube, and watch the playthrough, because genuinely, this was one of the best things ever. This is one of the best games I've ever played in terms of a story game. I very, very much enjoyed it, and Did I have a fave character? Yeah, I'm Beck biased. I love Beck. I love Beck, and honestly, like, Rolo was a great character as well. If I chose someone who wasn't from the main trio, someone who's not from the main trio, I would pick... I think I'd pick Gran. I just, like, I like her design so much. Iggy's also a good character. Maybe Iggy would be my pick. Because Iggy has that, like, that character development, and, like, his pathway was very endearing. It's a very good game. Favorite part of the story? Oh, Augustus. Yeah. He is pitiful. Sweet dog. My favorite part of the story was there's a night that like results in one of our end routes, but there is a night that we go over to Beck's house, and Beck starts venting her frustrations about, like, never being able to feel like she fits in because they've been moving around so much, and she talks about, like, the stress of, like, having her moms kind of, like, have conflicted interests in, like, what they want, because, like, her one mom's, like, giving up her dream so that her other mom can pursue her dream, and so she's just, like, she's very frustrated, and there's, like, this giant thunderstorm raging outside, and her and Luca just start yelling their frustrations into the storm, and it's a very emotionally charged and very, like, beautiful moment between the two, and I really liked that scene. So that is my favorite, that's my favorite part of the story, even though it doesn't result in a good ending. It is such a real scene, and I really liked it. There's all our routes. So there's alternates to this ending route. I'm not gonna play through it now. There's also, I think those are the only things that we didn't pick all of our choices on. I am kind of, I don't think I got all the fishing stuff, which is strange because I used all the bait. So there might be another branch to this one if I pick the other things, like a bad ending. But I think that was a good place to end. Let me fix my camera really quickly. Let me turn this off, turn this back on, and then turn my camera, this one back on. There we go. Let me go to face cam. What a lovely game. My goodness. Thank you guys for joining me for it. Perfect. I highly recommend it. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. If you ever want to play through the story on your own and experience it for yourself, because I know it's a lot to, like, also watch someone else play a story-based game if that's not, like, your thing. So I definitely recommend checking it out. It was wonderful with a lovely cast of characters, and I had a great time playing it. So I'm so glad that we made it through it. I didn't really get the fishing TBH. It confused me. It was just, like, a way to, like, give you interactions between Luca and his father, having his father be like deceased. It was like a way for us to give us, like, interaction between the two that wasn't like one of those weird fever dreams that Luca had. So I understand it, but I don't know how I didn't accomplish all the fishing because I picked up every charm I could find. But with that being said, we're going to raid out. Thank you guys so much for joining me for stream. Stick around to get some free lemon loot for some redeems in the future. We're gonna go raid someone who's playing a little bit of Dead by Daylight. A very, very lovely person. We've raided them before, but we'll raid them again. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys had a great time. I know I had a great time, and I should be back on Thursday for another stream. We are going to Poltergeist, Tay. They're playing Dead by Daylight. They're another LGBT streamer, and I love supporting other queer people in the month of Pride and all year round. And she is very, very lovely. So we're gonna go say hi to her. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you on Thursday. Mwah! I love you. Bye. Spread love, spread positivity, spread puppy girl supremacy. Goodbye. I haven't said that in a while.
First and foremost, let it be said, my dear, I was gonna wait for you. So this is not an act of spite, it's a visceral coming to. She wrote an album, and that's something that I can't do. But what I can do is spit the truth, and it all leads back to you. Secondly, I know I haven't written much. You know the way I can be. Tonight I'm fucking drunk, so it's